champion. He subsequently has won 4 straight fights, and West Texas says he's back.
Oh, it's rockin', robbin' again. We say rockin', robbin' again. And we know we'll be right, 'cause he's trained for the fight. So it's rockin', robbin' again. Rockin', robbin' again. We say rockin', robbin' again. And we know we'll be right, 'cause he's trained for the fight. So it's rockin', robbin' again.
Rockin' Robin Blake and Adolfo Medel. Hello again, everybody. Tim Ryan here at ringside and waiting with some great anticipation for what should be an action-packed lightweight bout. The fans in West Texas consider Robin Blake to be the pride of boxing in this part of the state. They know that this is somewhat of a comeback for him, even though he's only 22 years of age. He lost 2 critical fights when he was ranked number 2, has since won 4 in a row. And a victory here today launches him right back to the top of the pack. Our Gil Clancy and Sugar Ray Leonard stepped into the ring here at the Chaparral Center yesterday to tell you what to expect in the bout today.
Ray, when Robin Blake was the #1 lightweight contender in the world, we all thought he was going to become the next champion. Then all of a sudden, he suffered a couple of setbacks. What happened?
Well, Gil, I like the old Robin Blake, who was a great boxer and had a beautiful jab, Gil. But now, we see a totally different Robin Blake. Now, he's taking the role of the macho image. Instead, Gil, he walks in, Gil, he's taking unnecessary shots.
Ray, I also noticed he was effective as a slugger, Blake, but what he would do, he'd throw a combination and he'd stand there and wait for the receipt. The other
That is so simple, Gil. Inside, you throw your combinations. You always use the last punch to get you out of the way.
You know, Ray, that's a very important point. A lot of fighters make that mistake. They throw 3 or 4 punches and wait there. That last punch is the punch that has to get you out of the other guy's punching range.
Well, in this fight against Medel, I want to see the old Robin Blake.
Well, I'll tell you, if the old Robin Blake boxes, he should have an easy night. But if he tries to slug with Medel, it's going to be tough because Medel can punch with either hand, and he's a very shows up.
Well, this partisan crowd in Midland, Texas wants to know which Robin Blake is going to show up. And Ray Leonard, let's talk a little bit about Robin, because it doesn't seem to me, watching his recent bouts, that he really has any physical problems at all, that those 2 defeats had nothing to do with what he was doing actually physically in the ring, but perhaps mentally he's showing some strain.
Well, that's true, Tim. But what you have to understand, there's an enormous amount of pressure on Robin Blake. First of all, he lost in his backyard to a great fighter, Tyrone Crawley. Now he's in that same position against Medel. So this performance here, it makes a lot of a difference because he has to look great in order to prove to the critics that Robin Blake is back again.
Well, it's here in Midland, Texas, where the crowd will be behind him. But, of course, we've been watching young Adolfo Medel this week, Gil, and he seems to be very relaxed, taking this like it's just another fight in his young pro career, and yet it's his first time on national TV.
Tim, I'm sure once he steps in the ring, he's going to realize he's on national television, and there will be pressure on him. But more important, I think his problem is going to be the fact that Robin Blake is so tall, and he's a southpaw. He's going to have to make Blake exchange punches with him and stay right in front of him, and that's no easy task.
Well, there is young Adolfo Medel, just 20 years of age, from Sunrise, Florida, born in Nicaragua, raised in Chile, and would like to become the first world champion ever from the country of Chile in South America. And, of course, he knows the crowd will be for this young man. Rockin' Robin Blake, just 2 defeats on his record against 2 outstanding boxers, Tyrone Crawley and Harry Arroyo. Arroyo went on to win the IBF lightweight championship, and you saw him recently on CBS. The winner of this bout hopes to get a shot against Harry Arroyo for the IBF crown. Robin Blake knows indeed that he is in a make-or-break situation. In fact, he described it himself that way at the press conference here at Midland the other day. His wife Denise is at ringside, their 3-year-old son Brandon at home, and they are expecting another child next month. And she looks a little bit anxious here. She knows full well the pressure on her husband in this bout here today. So we'll be back with round 1 after these words from your local stations. Live in Midland, Texas, and let's go to our ring announcer, J. Gordon Lund.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event of the afternoon. From the Chaparral Center in Midland, Texas, a 10-round lightweight bout sanctioned by the Texas Department of Labor and Standards. The man in charge of this bout is Dick Cole. And now, in the blue corner, with a record of 22 wins, 1 loss, and 14 knockouts, weighing in at 135 pounds, in the light blue trunks with white trim from Sunrise, Florida, Adolfo Medel. And in the red corner, with a record of 26 wins, 2 losses, and 18 knockouts, weighing in at 136 pounds, in the pink trunks from Midland, Texas,
Well, as you might expect, the crowd here will be cheering for Rockin' Robin Blake. Adolfo Medel said he expected that. Wasn't concerned about it at all. Medel came in at 135 and a half, Blake at 136. And as you can see, the height advantage and thereby the reach goes to Robin Blake. And that, as Gil Clancy pointed out, could be a problem for Medel, as it has been for most of Blake's opponents. But of course, Crawley and Harry Arroyo solved that height advantage of Robin Blake's. Since that time of 2 consecutive defeats, he has won 4 in a row and is ready to go, charging out to the center of the ring in the pink trunks, managed by Dave Gorman, trained by Joe Barrientos. Adolfo Medel is managed by Ed Gershon, trained by Larry Kent. The referee is Dick Cole from Dallas, Texas. 3 judges at ringside will do the scoring on the 10-point system. Spider Bynum from Dallas, George Denard from Odessa, Texas, Buzz Wilson from Fort Stockton, Texas.
There's no mystery to what's going through Robin Blake's mind. Quite naturally, he wants to be at his best to prove to the public that the old Robin Blake is back. But here with Medel, see, that's the problem he normally makes. He stands right in front of his opponent, and he's not using that good height and reach advantage. He should be boxing.
Well, Ray, he's going for the home run right now. His first few punches really meant business, trying to get Medel out of there right away.
Medel has lost only once. It was early in his career against Art Johnson. He's won 21 in a row since that loss. Solid left scored by Blake right down the pipe. Medel battles right back.
And that's been Blake's problem. He lands a good punch, and then he gets hit back 3 or 4 good punches himself.
Well, see, the problem that Medel makes, he throws a lot of punches. I mean, he's perpetual motion, but he leaves himself so wide open, like there. And you notice that Blake was able to connect with a good, solid right hook.
Both these young lightweights coming out here very hyper in this first round. A lot of excitement, a lot at stake. Medel with an interesting background as a circus child. His parents were trapeze artists. Solid left landed by Blake.
Tim, Medel is coming in wide open.
Not only that, Gil, when Medel throws his combination, he comes straight up, and that chin is wide open. So watch for the hook by Robin Blake.
Under a minute to go in round number 1, scheduled for 10. Live from Midland, Texas at the Chaparral Center. Medel digs back to the body after Blake missed. Good left hand by Medel, but a combination back rocked Medel. And they pound away at each other here with 30 seconds to go in the round.
Well, we know which Blake showed up. The slugger showed up. He's forgetting all about that height and that good jab. He's just slugging in there.
That was the left hook. That was the hook. They did it. The counter left, counter right hook.
The hook sending Medel to the canvas. He was up immediately, but it was a solid shot with the final seconds of round number 1 ticking away. Flash back and see that flash knockdown by Robin Blake in the pink trunks. There's that right hook right to the jaw of Medel, sending him down to one knee, popped right back up, showing the great condition that he's in, but it was a solid shot. Larry Kent is trainer with some last-second advice here as we begin round number 2. Medel looks bright and alert and ready to go. And Blake will come out, see if he starts throwing the bombs again. Medel on the attack.
Blake is much the harder puncher of the two, Tim. Medel is by far the busier fighter, but Blake can get you out of there with one shot.
And Medel scoring heavily. Blake landed a backhand punch, and Medel pointed that out to referee Dickie Cole. The referee didn't see it.
You better start worrying about Robin Blake and forget Dickie Cole. Big mistake Medel made.
Round 2 scheduled for 10. Tim Ryan, Gil Clancy, Sugar Ray Leonard, live from Midland, Texas.
Blake has slowed down a bit because he threw a lot of punches in that first round. What he's basically doing now is trying to measure his man. Tim, if you watch the way that Medel holds his hands, he keeps them directly in front of his face, so the hook always gets through.
Well, Blake is standing flat-footed, so he's getting a lot of power, Ray. Medel isn't doing too much to keep him off balance.
I was expecting to see the left jab by Medel, Gil.
That's right. Medel does have a good jab, and Robin Blake is susceptible to the jab, but he's not using it at all.
Great left down the pipe by Robin Blake. Medel trying to battle off the ropes. Not the place for him to be against that kind of power. Right hand lead just grazed the face of Robin Blake.
Blake is getting a lot of leverage on his punches.
Round number 2 scheduled for 10. Robin Blake, ranked number 16 by the WBC, trying to get back into the top 10. Feels that he is a legitimate world-class contender. Indeed, unhappy that he's not already ranked in the top 10. Lost only to Crawley and Arroyo.
It doesn't seem to me that Medel has any plan at all in this fight. He should be moving to his left, trying to take Blake's power away from him, but he's staying in there and trying to punch with Blake.
Medel with 14 KOs in his 22 victories, but he has really stepped up in class. Has not been in with anybody of Blake's caliber before.
You can hear in Medel's corner, Lally Kent is telling him to move, 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 but instead he's waiting there on the ropes, waiting to get nailed, and he did.
It appeared to me, that Medel is waiting to counter. Like there, he's there with a good left hook. But he's also making a mistake because Blake has that good reach, and he's starting to land.
Both fighters land combinations. Blake gets the better of it. Final seconds of round 2.
Guys around today. There is a couple of good fighters around today, but I mean, they don't fight like we used to fight. If a guy gets cut in the eye, they stop the fight. I think we get like about 8 cuts on my whole face, and I used to go 15 rounds, whatever. You know?
Sugar Ray Leonard watching Rockin' Robin Blake in pink. Adolfo Medel in blue with a chili on the front of his trunks. That's his native land. Now living in Sunrise, Florida, and has since the age of 10. He's 20 years old. Was a flyer in the circus with his parents as a youngster. In the trapeze act. Moved to Miami when he was 10, started to go to school, and became a boxer.
Tim, for the first time in the fight, Blake is starting to use his left jab.
Medel, meanwhile, did his best scoring in the fight in that last exchange.
There goes that good right jab, excuse me, of Blake.
Medel now has turned this boxing match into a fight. And it could be in his favor because now he's starting to land with some good shots to the chin of Robin Blake.
Good left hook by Medel.
He's holding punch, man.
Round 3 of the scheduled 10-rounder.
There's a jab of Medel, which he has not been using.
Only one of those punches landed. Medel defends them all except the last one. Medel seems to keep retreating to the ropes, and Blake loves to have him there.
I like what I see in Medel, Tim, when he gets in the corner, although it's a mistake, but he bends the knees, and then he comes back with something.
Good right-hand counter scored by Medel, and the left behind it.
Blake throws beautiful punches, but then after he lands, he stands there all the time, waits to get hit back. If he moves to his right and keeps using that jab, Medel won't touch him.
There's a left jab again by Medel, Gil.
Ooh, and he just grazed Blake with that right hand. Hurt him somewhat with it. Didn't get full impact, but he moved him back. And it came behind that left jab you were talking about, Ray. About a minute to go, round 3.
He's also thinking, Tim. Medel's doing a lot of thinking in here. He's figuring out Blake's style. And I like when he bends his knees because it throws off the rhythm of Robin Blake. He knows he'll bend his knees and he'll retaliate with some punches.
Been a good round so far for Medel. Now Blake picks up the pace, but there's Medel counter-punching again. Another miss by Robin Blake.
These guys are in great shape, Tim. This is some pace.
Overhand left landed in the back of Medel's head as Medel had missed his shot.
I would expect to see some body shots thrown by Medel.
Final seconds of round number 3, and the pace has been what we expected and then some. Round number 4 live from the Chaparral Center in Midland, Texas, and the local hero, Rockin' Robin Blake, in pink against Adolfo Medel. He scored the first 2 rounds for Robin Blake, but Medel on our card won the 3rd. And Medel comes out like a firecracker here in round number 4. Now Blake going in using that jab and throwing a lot of leather in that exchange.
You need some kind of computer to try to count the punches that these kids are throwing. Holy mackerel.
When you talk about their conditioning, Gil, and it's clear that they're both in super shape. We could see that watching them train during the week. Robin Blake, of course, the pressure of trying to prove to his fans here and around the country that he should be back among the top lightweights.
Blake is making a mistake. He's standing too straight up, Tim. He needs to give a little bend.
And that's something even his father, Roger Blake, who trained him as an amateur, said that he's never quite accomplished. He said, I've been trying to get him to bend his knees. Good shot by Medel landed. Backed up Blake again.
And see, those type of punches will land again, thrown by Medel, as long as Blake is standing straight up.
Every time Blake misses, he has to pay for it. This kid punches right back.
Medel punches from all angles.
Well, he was a flyer, eh? He's flying all over the place.
That's right. Trapeze performer, ages 6 to 10. Good right landed by Blake, countering.
Well, if the old axiom is true, Tim, Medel has landed a lot of good, solid body shots that should slow up Blake in the later rounds, if we get into later rounds.
2 good short uppercuts by Medel in the last exchange. Medel seems to me to be countering more accurately now, Ray.
Well, he's become more strategic, Tim. In fact, it's difficult to see unless you really look for it, because inside, those little short shots thrown by Medel are starting to land, and there's going to be an accumulation because they take their toll.
Under a minute to go, round 4.
I like the way he changes the angle. He just did it just then. He moves over to the right, steps back over to the left, and punches. Keeps his hands busy. Some guys move and forget to punch.
Knockdown so far, scored by Blake with a right hook in the first round, but Medel rebounded from that and has been coming on well in 3 and 4. Now Blake with the attack.
Now watch inside when Medel throws his punches. See how short they are.
There's 2 good left hooks in a row by Medel. Blake stays right there with him. And Blake pounding away and another left counter by Medel. Now Blake with a jab. Tremendous action here in the 4th round. Final seconds. Blake with Medel pinned in the corner, but Medel counter-punching Rao. Midland, Texas. It is no waltz across Texas today. It is the slugfest we expected from Robin Blake in pink, Adolfo Medel in blue. Into round number 5. Blake changing his strategy somewhat, backpedaling, moving around. Trainer Joe Barrientos in his corner. He also has WBA junior welterweight champion Gene Hatcher, his stablemate, working in his corner for inspiration.
If Blake wasn't so tall, Medel can spin him because he's been trying to do it throughout for the first 4 rounds. He's trying to get right behind Robin Blake, but because of Blake's height, it's been a problem.
2 young lightweights. Robin Blake 22, Medel just 20. Medel seems to me to be picking up in confidence, Gil, as the fight goes on.
He's getting a lot more relaxed, Tim. And he's very maneuverable. He moves very, very well. Blake is more flat-footed and, again, consequently punches a little harder. So, again, you take your pick. Do you like the hard puncher or the guy that's busier?
You mentioned Gene Hatcher in Blake's corner. Another stablemate of his, WBA welterweight champion Donald Curry is here on the inside.
Now watch Blake when he gets finished punching. He'll stand right there. That's what makes these fights very, very close. He'll throw 3 or 4 punches and then just stand still. There he's standing still right now. He's standing right there.
Medel doing a good job of blocking those punches of Blake's now. Medel obviously feels comfortable counterpunching, Ray.
Well, also, look at Tim, the fact the concentration that Medel has. He's keeping his eyes directly on Blake, so he's watching those shots. I'm impressed now with Medel's defense because in some of the tapes, he was susceptible to take a lot of punishment. And now he's blocking some of the shots thrown by Blake, which is not easy to do because it comes so fast.
Under a minute we go, round 5, scheduled for 10. Joined us late. Robin Blake scored a flash knockdown in round 1.
It just appears to me that Medel gets on the ropes to take a breather.
Blake going to the body in that exchange. Now a good combination to the head. Medel in some trouble now. Blake pouring it on.
He'll rally back, Tim.
That's what he's been doing. Little left hook brings him off the rope.
Blake expended a lot of energy there. Here,
good right hand by Medel.
Back. Figured.
Left and a right by Medel in the final seconds of round 5. Round number 6 live from Midland, Texas. Robin Blake rushes off his stool. Adolfo Medel from Sunrise, Florida in blue. And giving Blake all he can handle. We've got a close fight as we see it. Tremendous pace established early, and they've kept it up.
Well, we mentioned how much the winner of this fight, how much it means for a guy to win this fight, and boy, they both know it because they're both in great shape and they're giving their all.
Robin Blake said from head to toe he was going to give everything out here today for his fans in West Texas. His family is here, still disappointed from his 2 consecutive losses. There is Denise Blake looking on, expecting another child next month.
See what's happening now. See that 5th round. Blake, 4th round, Blake threw a lot of shots. He appeared to be a little arm weary now. And that's why Medel started to land his own punches without getting hit back that much.
And there's a good right hand by Blake. Round number 6. Medel bouncing off those ropes. Blake staying right in front of him. And there's Medel countering again with a good short right.
He's making Blake expend a lot of energy, Tim, blocking a lot of punches, having Blake miss. I think it may have a big effect later on in the fight.
Survival of the fittest is what it's going to turn out to be because Medel is also using up a lot of energy.
Yeah, but Tim, he's more the energetic type. He's not a tall, slim guy the way Blake is. He's a bouncy kind of a guy. Won't affect him as much.
Well, because of all the punches thrown by both fighters, this fight may end, well, depending upon who's in the best shape, physical condition. Because I think the psychological, the mental aspect of it is totally gone.
Here to Ray Leonard, Gil Clancy, and Tim Ryan. We are live from Midland, and it's been a dandy. Round number 6 scheduled for 10. Medel back into his own corner, and Blake scoring there.
Medel needs to get more head movement and stop standing straight up.
A little swelling under both eyes of Robin Blake.
All right, break, man, break. Don't drop him.
Left-hand lead scored by Medel.
That was a good left hook.
Beautiful
Solid.
left hook.
Blake is starting to look a little weary. And Medel is still bouncing.
Combination scored by Blake, but Medel lands a left hook from the corner. Under the 30-second mark at round 6. Combination by Medel.
Beautiful combination by Medel. They hurt Blake.
Blake now is starting to be able to get on the left side of Robin Blake. And that's why that right hand is starting to land by Medel.
Right hand back from Blake. A good solid left by Medel. Final seconds of round 6.
Look at the angle. Look at the angles by Medel. Moving side to side.
Of Sunrise, Florida, a couple of rounds to get a rhythm going against Robin Blake, but this has turned into a terrific fight despite the first round knockdown scored by Blake.
Tim, he hit it right on the head, Tim. It's the rhythm that Medel has now.
Good left, and he backed up Blake with that left.
Blake was a little wobbly going back to his corner at the end of the last round, Tim, and I think Medel knows it.
Look out for the combination now starting to land by Medel. Starting to land with the left hook, right hand. Which is an indication that Medel has found out Blake's weakness.
Grueling pace established in round number 1.
Look at Medel bouncing, though. Here's like a bouncing ball. That's because he gets those angles on Blake.
Again, to the left of Blake, he lands with the right hand.
Now Blake is on the rope trying to counterpunch with Medel forcing the offense, and Blake gets off.
Break.
Two terrific young men, just bright and interesting and colorful people.
Good shot to the body. But it's going to take more than just one punch to the body.
Right hand just grazed. Blake just picked that up in time.
Tim, I think he picked that up with his nose, if you ask me.
No, it didn't get the full impact, though. You saw him pull his head back a little. It was a good shot by Medel.
All counter-punching now by Medel. Lead off right.
He's so much quicker than Blake right now. Blake is going to have to land a big punch.
Medel is tired.
Blake trying to get a little bounce back. Medel just doesn't let up.
There's not too much bounce from Medel. So this is when Blake should take advantage of it.
Under a minute to go in round number 7. Well, I'm sure Adolfo Medel's corner has told him to keep the pressure on throughout. This is in Midland, Texas. 3 Texas judges. He's got to really put on a solid show, and I'm sure he knows that. Under the 30-second mark, only knockdown scored by Robin Blake in round 1. Now Blake scoring in the corner with Medel standing flat-footed.
Blake's punches are becoming arm punches now. Again, the angles, they've been working for the past 3 rounds now for Medel. He's getting on the side of Blake and throwing that right hand.
And break, step back, final seconds of round number 7, tough round to call.
Again,
right hand. And Sugar Ray Leonard, round number 8, scheduled for 10. It has been a terrific lightweight fight. Robin Blake in pink, Adolfo Medel in blue. The hometown hero from West Texas, Robin Blake. He's got his hands plenty full. This 20-year-old from Sunrise, Florida. Very close fight as we see it. And a knockdown by Blake, who knows, might turn out to be the deciding points in the bout. Unless Medel should score one, of course. We're into round 8.
Well, now Blake is using that right jab.
Medel will work his way to those corners and play a little possum and then come off with a flurry of his own.
But Medel is he's ever so dangerous come off those ropes, Tim. Blake throws a great deal of combinations, and then Medel retaliates.
Man, break. Let's stop. Watch your head.
Adolfo Medel has his brother Alex here at ringside. He fought on the undercard earlier.
Break.
Unfortunately for the Medel family, in a losing cause, but he's here encouraging his brother now.
That Medel can punch from so many angles. He always seems to be on balance. No matter which foot is forward, no matter what position he has, he can throw a punch.
Watch your head. Touch stopping.
Ricky Cole with a warning for holding for Medel.
in the beginning, everybody in the place was for Robin Blake. Now they just booed the referee for warning Medel.
I think they just didn't want him to stop this action. It's been non-stop. Both fighters scoring to the body in that exchange. Now Medel pressuring Blake into the ropes.
All right, Medel doesn't let up. Once he gets his rhythm going, he stays on top of Blake.
Under a minute to go, round 8. Good right by Blake.
I think what Blake needs
Another good right.
Blake needs to go to Medel's body because it's apparent Medel has a good chin, a very good chin.
Both boxers with their mouths open. Referee warning them for not breaking on his rule to them.
Medel is landing a lot of good short punches inside. Very difficult to see, but he's landing them. There it is again. 2 short right hands coming up. They're the kind that bust you up.
You know, they're also the kind that if they're not seen by the judges may not have any effect on the score.
Right hand. Saw that one, I'll tell you that.
Good right hand by Medel. Final second, round number 8. Tremendous action. Midland, Texas, a 10-round lightweight bout. We're into round 9. Rocking Robin Blake in pink, Adolfo Medel in blue. And what you see right now is what you've seen for 9 rounds.
Gil, I think you're absolutely right. This fight here, these last 2 rounds means a lot, and they're both going at it.
Well, if I was in Medel's corner, I'd tell him you're going to have to win these last 2 rounds big. Because after all, you're out in the other guy's hometown, and it's a tough fight to call. Medel has to have a spectacular finish.
Very close fight as we see it. The best punch of this early part of this round was by Blake.
Why is he working both fighters? Blake is like a machine in there now.
But can he keep that up? Now,
well, he said he was going to give everything he had from his soles to the top of his head, and he sure is. Boy, does he want to win this fight.
Blake continues to throw punch after punch. A little swollen around both eyes, but neither fighter in any serious shape.
Well, I think it's going to be Medel's turn now. Blake expended again a lot of energy.
he's on heart now. It's all determination now, Gil, because, again, his arm punch is thrown by Blake.
But Medel is backed up to the ropes looking to counter. He's got to keep his pressure on.
Yeah, that's right, Tim. This is not the time for him to be cute. He has to go all out.
Medel now is starting to leave himself wide open again. Starting to drop his hands. That is a sure sign also of fatigue.
Well, these 2 young guys are going to sleep well tonight.
You see the angles again by Medel, side to side.
Yeah, but he's got a punch, Ray.
He has the punch, exactly, Gil.
He has the punch. Robin's doing all the punching now.
Robin also trying to steal the fight.
Overhand left landed. That hurt Medel. Blake springs to the advantage. Good combination by Robin Blake. Gets the crowd alive. Under a minute to go. Round 9. Right hand back for Medel.
That was a good show of sportsmanship by Blake when Medel's glove was caught between the ropes.
You wouldn't expect anything else from Robin Blake. He's a heck of a kid.
Right hand lead by Medel. Right hand back from Blake. Body shot scored by Medel. What a fight.
Break. No punching. Now you know what a title means to a fighter. These guys are giving it all. They're all.
Under 30 seconds to go. Robin Blake has made the point. I should still be ranked in the top 10 despite my 2 losses to Crawley and Arroyo. If he isn't a top 10 fighter, I don't know who is. And Adolfo Medel shows he's in that class. Final seconds of round number 9. Upcoming. Robin Blake again rushes off his stool. Adolfo Medel in blue. It's just been a grueling, hard-fought battle from the opening bell. Close fight as we see it. We've got Blake slightly ahead, and of course he had the first round knockdown that is probably a 2-point round for him.
Well, they told Medel what he has to do, and he's trying to do it. I'll tell you that. This round, he's punching.
punches. Watch your head. Watch your head.
Scoring by 3 judges at ringside, all from the state of Texas. Referee Dick Cole will not figure in the scoring.
Robin, don't lean on him.
Blake is a very, very tired young man right now. He let it all hang out last round. And he's tired. He just got hit a good body shot, too.
There, Medel tried to spin Robin Blake. But again, Blake is too tall. But these guys, they're giving it all they have.
Little blood from the nose of Robin Blake. Blake keeping the pressure on Medel. Medel backs him up with the right hand.
I'm waiting for another knockdown, Tim, because they both are tired. They're throwing bombs. I'm waiting for a good punch to land on the chin to take someone down.
Look at this action. This tremendous. The people are on their feet here at the Chaparral Center.
It's just a beautiful display of determination and talent. I mean, these guys are tired, Tim. They're still throwing punches.
Hoping that the other guy will hold on so they can get a little rest.
Look at Blake just standing there. Trying to get a little breather.
A minute to go in the fight. It'll be hard to declare a loser in this one, no matter what happens in this final minute. This is. 30 seconds to go. Blake with a little showboating, show of confidence to his partisan crowd here.
Just a great fight, Tim. Just a great fight.
Right hand just grazed Medel, knocked him back to the ropes. 2 game young guys. What a show they put on here today.
Beautiful fight.
That's it. A 10-round battle between Rob. All right, we are back in Midland. Let's get the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a majority decision. Judge Bynum scores 96-94. Judge Wilson, 95-94. Judge Denard, 97-95. The winner is, from Levelland, Texas, Robin Blake.
Robin, Adolfo, you 2 young men just put on a tremendous display of professional boxing, and at a time when there's criticism about the sport you're in, you're both the best examples of what it's all about. You were superbly conditioned. You gave it your all. It was exciting entertainment. Adolfo, I'm going to talk to you first. You lost the fight. It was a majority decision. You have to feel that despite how it came out, you did your job today.
Well, I'm really glad with my performance. I'm sorry I didn't win, but I am fighting against Robin Blake, a great fighter, and he deserves to win this time, and I wish him all the best of luck. It'll be my turn someday again.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be your turn again, and I think Robin Blake feels the same way.
Well, you know, Tim, the bottom line is winning. And when you get in this ring, you're ready, but the bottom line is winning. I did everything I could to win this fight, and I thank my God up above for giving me this victory and let me be in shape for this, because being in shape what won the fight for me.
Well, we'll show that first round knockdown. It was the only knockdown in the fight. It was a big right hand by Robin Blake, but Adolfo, you jumped right back up. Robin, could you see that opportunity that's upcoming here?
Yeah, I seen it coming, and I believe because I done that, I kind of started depending upon my power, and I wasn't getting my combinations off before my power. But I'm learning, and this is my first fight back from my loss against Harry Arroyo, but I'm going to get Harry Arroyo now, and I'll be 100% more better than I was today. You bet on it.
Well, Adolfo, you jumped right back up from this. I'm sure you're saying I should have ducked.
Well, I should have ducked, like you said, but, you know, I was in great shape, and I really wanted to win, so I couldn't just stay down with a punch like that.
Let me say this, Tim. This guy's going to be around for a long time.
Lightweight crown on the line.